Alibaba. Why Alibaba? In January this year, I take a vote. What are some of the popular US stocks? As you can see, Alibaba stands out. So most of you are actually very interested in Alibaba. So that's why I actually take some time to look at this counter today. So same thing, I go through the same 3 steps: business, financial statement, and pricing analysis. Business, what do they do? Interesting. I always thought Alibaba is an e-commerce business. I'm glad I actually did this. So now they have actually broken down into 3 strategic areas like consumption, cloud, and globalization. Or at least these are the 3 strategic areas. In terms of business, yes, you can see that mainly actually still all their e-commerce website. Our e-commerce website, you have the Taobao, you have the Tianmao, okay, even Lazada. I didn't realize that Lazada is actually belongs to Alibaba, or either it's actually part of the ecosystem, so and so forth. They also own some entertainment website, Youku, as you can see here, Alibaba movies, so and so forth. They are into logistics for obvious reasons. Cainiao is their logistics player. And they are actually very big into cloud. So this is something that was actually quite new to me. I always thought they're just into e-commerce. So in fact, they are very big into cloud as well. Later, I show you what I mean by very big. So same steps, understand the business. What do they actually do? I actually broke down in terms of the segments, what are the area that you're covering. As you can see, the China commerce is actually still the largest pie. In terms of revenue, actually about 13 billion. 13 billion. And if you actually look at the cloud part is actually 7 billion. Okay, so in fact, the international commerce is not very significant. It's only 1.4 billion. So they are actually going in a big way into cloud. Okay, cloud services. So Alibaba is no longer just an e-commerce business whereby they just help people to sell things. So they are also into cloud right now. So yeah, quite interesting company. Okay, to give you a sense of cloud, what do they do? So they have 2 main companies. One is called the Alibaba Cloud. Okay, this is the digital intelligence backbone for Alibaba Group. As you can see here, offers complete suite of cloud services to customers worldwide, including proprietary servers, elastic computing, storage, network security, database, and big data. Okay, so this is what is provided by Alibaba Cloud. Number 1 is customer worldwide, and these are the things that they offer. Alibaba Cloud, China's largest provider of public cloud service by revenue. Okay, world 3rd largest, Asia Pacific largest provider by revenue. Okay, so this is in fact, if you ask me, a very different business from the e-commerce that I know of. So something to take note of here. The other one is this called DingTalk. DingTalk. Digital collaboration workspace application development platform. New way of working, sharing, collaboration for modern enterprise organization. Okay, to stay connected and work remotely. Help enterprise to run their business digitally and efficiently by a platform empowered by Alibaba Cloud. And enable enterprise to achieve full customized digital transformation. Okay, so it's the largest business efficiency mobile app in China. So these are some of the new areas that Alibaba has been going to, which is growing in quite a big way. So something to take note of. So of course, in terms of the growth story, okay, as per what is mentioned here, number 1, they are focused in these 3 areas: consumption, cloud, and globalization. So basically, they are going to bring their e-commerce, their cloud computing to the global stage. So a very simple growth story, doing what they're already very strong at in China and want to bring them overseas. He do it for global, so it's a very clear growth story. So the next thing I do is the 6 tests. So do they pass the 6 tests or not? Yes or no? Let me take a look. These are the numbers I've collected. Do they actually pass the 6 tests? Okay, yes, thank you so much. So basically all the 6 tests all pass. I would say this is a financially healthy company. Okay, next is I look at the pricing analysis. I did a DCF. Okay, I'll show you the details later. Basically current price is 87. By the way, I'm looking at the US market. This is the US market one, not the Hong Kong market. So the US market, this is US dollar 87. DCF value I got is 88. 10% discount is $80. So it's actually quite fair. I actually did a comparison with their competitors. So Amazon, the PE now is 313 times. So Alibaba, if you compare to the bigger player, so this is actually quite a nice number. But if you compare to the smaller ones, of course you have the cheaper ones. But generally speaking, I don't think it's overpriced. It's probably quite fair value. Quite fair value right now, Alibaba. Okay, so looks good here. Okay, but when I actually look into the detail, I found something quite worrying. I actually found something quite worrying, as I highlight in the red box here. Okay, their profit margin, okay, for 2022, interestingly, actually dropped very sharply. They have been operating about, as you can see, about 20% margin. And in 2022, they actually dropped to 7.3. Okay, profit margin, if you take the profit divided revenue. And I actually look at the details, it actually doesn't appear to be one-off, which is true. They have sort of released the unaudited 2023 numbers. As you can see, the profit is actually not coming back. So previously, they are doing around like for 2021. So in fact, during COVID period, they are doing like 150 million. This is 150 million profit. Okay. Not too sure why. Can you see their profit margin actually dropped quite substantially? So it's only the profit only half. Okay, the revenue actually sustained. They're actually able to continue the high revenue, but the profit actually dropped. So if you actually look at the details, a lot is the cost. The costing has actually went up. It seems like it's going to be the new normal. Okay, so that is something I'm actually quite uncomfortable with. So by the way, to justify for this value, $88 is actually based on the past 5 years average revenue growth rate of about 36.4%. So generally speaking, this is actually quite high. That means for a company to grow at 30% every year for the revenue, I think it's actually of quite a challenge. Okay, or put it the other way, if you are willing to buy at the current price, $87, you must be confident that they can actually continue to grow at 36% or 30% for the next 5 years. I'm not too sure whether you have that strong belief or not. So overall, even though the price actually looks quite cheap, you can see that the price has been coming off and seems to be like reaching the bottom. But I think that because of this issue, drop in the profit margin, I am relatively speaking, there's so many stocks for me to choose from. Relatively speaking, this is definitely not my first choice. Okay, there are other stocks which is better, more perfect, okay, nicer looking. Okay, even though this one like price come down to very low already, I am actually not very excited. Okay, so just to give you a sense, let me pull out the assuming I actually change this to, let's say, 10%. Okay, 10%. The fair value is only about $25, $28. Okay, so we have to agree that it go up to 36.4%.